Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the day of my jaw surgery. For those that are going to pursue surgery, I hope to give you an insight of what to expect during the day of the jaw surgery and the moments after. For people that have done jaw surgery, hopefully this is something that you can relate to. So let's get started. So the night before surgery, you'll get a call from the hospital telling you what time to show up for your surgery. And they'll tell you not to eat or drink anything after midnight. They want you to have an empty stomach prior to your surgery. So I was scheduled to be at the hospital at 6 a.m. in the morning. So I left the house at about 5:30. And I got there about 6, and then you check in, and then you do a bunch of paperwork. The reason being is that they want to make sure you're actually present before the hospital does all the preparations for your surgery. And then you get changed into a gown. One thing I recommend, even though it's not mandatory, is to have someone with you. Just for some comfort, because this is a major surgery and just having someone to talk with, it helps you calm the nerves. And then one of the nurses will check your blood pressure, make sure everything's okay, and then put an IV in you. After all that was done, it was about 7 a.m. So I got to the hospital at 6. It took about an hour to get all that done, and then it was 7. And I was told someone would come wheel me to the surgery area at about 8:30. So I had about an hour and a half just to chill. And trust me, that time flew by so fast. It was like, you're just waiting, and next thing you know, someone's there to wheel you to the surgery area. I remember just showing up at the hospital and everything. It didn't hit me yet, I was gonna have surgery. It wasn't until they wheeled me to the area, and I remember there's like a big sign and it says surgery. That's when it hit me. I was like, oh, I'm about to get surgery. Maybe some of you have done this in the past, but others like myself, it was just a whole new experience. And that's when the nerves started kicking. I was like, oh man, this is it. There's no going back, As I was getting wheeled to the surgery area, I was greeted by the anesthesiologist, aka the sleeping doctor. She was really nice. She was just telling me, oh, everything's gonna be good. My job is to make sure you're gonna be asleep the whole time. I told her, just don't use too much because I don't want to throw up after waking up from surgery. And she's like, oh, don't worry. You make sure you use the least amount. I'm like, okay, thank you. And after that, I saw a familiar face. It was my surgeon. He came and greeted me and said, don't worry, everything will be okay. You're in good hands. It's just reassurance. You just want to make sure you're okay, everything's gonna be fine. And then I told one of the nurses to get me a pill, which helped me calm my stomach. So I took that, and after a few minutes, the nurse wheeled me into the surgery room. It looked like a kitchen. It was stainless steel everywhere. It was a little cold. It was just clean, and there's a bunch of people there. I remember seeing my surgeon and 2 other assistant surgeons, nurses, the anesthesiologist was there. Just a bunch of people. They're just getting me ready for the surgery. I remember seeing all these pictures of my face on the wall, my skeletal face. So essentially, my surgeon was discussing the game plan with the other surgeons. As I was getting wheeled into this room, they introduced me to all these people. And then I was transferred to another bed. Then the anesthesiologist squirted some nasal spray into my nose, and I was like, oh. She just went all out. I was like, oh, just to make sure, clear my sinuses, everything's good. And I asked her, is it okay if I swallow it? And she's like, it's okay. And after that, the anesthesiologist put a breathing mask on my face, and she said, just think of a tropical place you want to go for vacation. And as I was just thinking about palm trees and beaches, and then I was literally out like a light, like, wow. That was it. I was put to sleep. It was just like 5 seconds in the mouth, and then, oh, that was it. And then next thing you know, I woke up from the ICU, and then I was like trying to recollect my thoughts, like, where am I? I'm like, well, wait, I'm in a hospital. And I'm like, holy, I'm done. Like, you literally do not feel anything. The moment they put the mask on you, and then a few seconds later, you wake up and you're in the ICU. First thing I noticed was my breathing. I felt the breath of fresh air just, wow, just through my nose. Like, holy, I can breathe so much better. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I've never felt like this before. It was something, it was just like eye-opening. Holy. I was told my surgery was going to take about 3 hours, but apparently it only took 2. And I was sleeping for about 5 hours. I was out for 5 hours. But good news is I woke up and I didn't feel sick or nauseous or anything. So it was great. I just woke up and just very tired, but overall it was not bad. I didn't feel any pain whatsoever after my surgery, which is great. I remember waking up, I know I couldn't speak. The nurse gave me a clipboard with a pen and I just had to write stuff down. I remember looking at my face for the first time after surgery. I was like, whoa. It wasn't as bad after surgery, but as time passed, I remember my face just ballooning up like crazy. Like, whoa, what's going on? You know, I was expecting that, but didn't expect to be like that big. I remember looking in the mirror and I was like a balloon. It was humongous. I spent 2 nights in the hospital. It was really tough. I remember just not being able to sleep well, and every couple hours the nurse would come by and give you like Tylenol and a bunch of other liquid medicine, and I didn't feel very hungry, you know? After surgery, I didn't eat for a long time. I remember going like almost half a day without eating anything, and I just felt like just lying in bed. I was just so tired. Yeah, I didn't feel any pain at first, but eventually after the meds start wearing off, I just felt, oh no, I felt some pain, and I was given a button to press, and apparently it's for narcotics. So anytime you feel pain, you press it and it goes to your IV. And I personally don't recommend it unless you really, really need it, because it made you feel so dizzy and woozy, and something I wish I knew before, that sometimes it's just easier to go through the pain a little bit longer. Like, only use it if you really, really have to, but otherwise I would try to avoid that. But yeah, the hospital stay was nice. I was given liquids, a lot of liquids, you know, soups, juices, milk. And I remember eating in a syringe. That was very interesting. It was very tough. And you're so tired, body's so tired, and you're trying to, eventually you're hungry, and then filling up the syringe with liquid is like, it was a pain, because you have to like fill it up every time, then you squirt it in your mouth and you just do it again. And every time you want to go to the washroom, you have to carry the IV with you. So even though the distance to the washroom was very short, I just felt so tired, and I didn't want to get up, you know? And just had my phone with me. I remember trying to get some sleep. And I thought I had I slept for like maybe a good few hours, but I woke up, it's like, oh, only an hour. I was like, oh my, this is gonna be a long night. Otherwise, yeah, that was my hospital stay. And the surgeon came by after, and he just wanted to make sure everything was okay. And I said, yeah, everything's good, everything looked good, and yeah, that was it. That was my experience. I know, hopefully maybe some of you guys can relate to that, and for those that are about to get this surgery done, this is just my experience. Maybe you might have something similar or maybe something different, but just want to give you an insight on what I went through. that's it for now. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.